Hey folks, Brian here. I'm going to do a quick explanation on PFL, which stands for pre-fade level. You find it on a lot of your mixers. And I'll be honest with you folks, it's something I didn't know a whole lot about until about a year ago. And I've been a DJ for most of my life, so don't be ashamed if you don't understand something. Learn. Good place to learn is www.mixingonbeat.com. And of course, the new website that's coming out soon, www.djtutor.com. My buddy, my man, I love you. First, some sad news. Lost a mint copy of Frankie Smith's Double Dutch Bus original 12-inch pressing. It was mint. I don't know what happened to it. I don't want to know. To that big DJ in the sky, you go, my friend. Right, on to the tutorial. We're going to go to the mixer here for a moment. Take a look at some of the features we have on these types of mixers. You got a gain at the top. You have your high, mid, low. And you have a fader. Okay, goes up and down. And you got main out. I always keep my main out at 3 o'clock. Level meters, okay? Most mixers have these level meters. They're green up to about here. Then they're yellow. And then they're red. Well, what yellow and red means? Yellow means you're starting to distort. Red means you are distorting, okay? Now, when you look at your faders, the way I like to adjust things is once I have my gain adjusted, which we'll get into in a moment, the loudest I ever want to go, or the highest I ever want to go, is 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 3 notches from the top, 8. That's I'm cranking as loud as I'm going to go that night, okay? If I go any louder, I'm going to screw up the configuration I'm about to show you. I just want to get that in before I forget, okay? So let's cue up a track right now. Cool classic I got over here. Let's just press play. And let's watch our meters, okay? Our PFL meters, which we have on each channel on this particular mixer. If you don't have them on your mixers, I recommend them. We're way up into the yellow. That's going to distort. Let's bring our gain down. Bring our gain down. Okay. Now, if you jump into the yellow for a second here and there, that's okay, but you definitely want to try to avoid it. Right there, I think we're probably pretty good. Okay. So then we'll pump this up to 8. I've obviously got my little computer amp here turned down. But we're not getting any distortion that way. It looks good here. We're level here. We're level here. With this at 8, our gain where we're not going into the yellow, and our main out at 3, it looks beautiful. All right. Now let's cue up our other track here. Another classic. And let's watch. Looks like we're jumping into the yellow a little bit. Let's bring her down. So we're not. About there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank up my little computer stereo here a little louder so you can hear what happens when we fade over, when we put everything right where it's supposed to be. Well, help if I turn this up. What happened was, we're at the same volume all the time. That's great. The reason this is great is if you're spinning some old classic tracks for a wedding one night, let's say you're doing a wedding on your mobile, and you know, they wanted a whole bunch of you know, chicken dance and old time rock and roll on these 15-year-old CDs you had laying around. Then all of a sudden you go into your late night set and start playing things like Laffy Taffy. If you don't readjust your gain, you could cause yourself some serious speaker damage because the newer music of today is more highly compressed on recordings than the older music used to be. So pre-fade level is very important. Feedback's only your friend if your name is Jimi Hendrix. If your name is Mr. DJ, it's not your friend. So watch those pre-fade levels. I got to work tonight, so I got to get going. You guys have great gigs tonight, and I might do a toot on my gig. If so, stay tuned. Take care, folks, and have a great weekend.